What is going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And on this broadcast, we're going to be bantering about my bold predictions for the upcoming 2023 season. Now, on LaracuenteLedger.com, we have an article up about 23 bold predictions for the 2023 Major League Baseball season. I will leave links to that article down in the show notes below. But we're going to quickly run through all 23 options here, all 23 bold predictions, beginning with number one. And that number one bold prediction is that the New York Yankees are going to win the World Series. Obviously, as a Yankee fan, I'm going to believe and feel that my team has the best opportunity to do it. Yes, there's going to be obviously controversy with that pick because they are missing a left fielder. There's questions about the health and stability of their players. Will Josh Donaldson rebound? There's a ton of questions and really problematic potential issues for the New York Yankees. There's strong teams in the Houston Astros. The Dodgers are always a strong candidate. The Braves are good. The Mets have done a ton this offseason. The Phillies have gotten better this offseason. So there's a ton of teams that could potentially win the World Series, but bold prediction, I'm going to go with my New York Yankees winning the World Series. Bold prediction number two is that Shohei Ohtani will be traded. The Angels are in a very precarious position, a very interesting situation this upcoming season. Their owner, Artie Moreno, is looking to sell the team, so you don't really know the true direction of this team. So for me, the Angels are going to see where they are by the trade deadline, likely not be anywhere near where they want to be, and trade away Shohei Ohtani. It's going to be a bidding war at the deadline and an even bigger bidding war at the end of the season. But for me, Shohei gets traded. Now, bold prediction number three is that we're going to see 5 players hit 50-plus home runs. Aaron Judge, Pete Alonso, Yordan Alvarez, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Giancarlo Stanton are all going to hit over 50 home runs. Yes, bold prediction, but home runs are up. There's no doubt about it. We've seen changes with the ball in Major League Baseball. Otherwise, we likely would have had more players towards that 50 home run mark last season. But I think that going back with some of the changes that we're going to see in terms of rules in Major League Baseball, we're going to have guys that are hitting tons of home runs. Now, bold prediction number 4, we're going to see 5 pitchers win 20 games. Now, we haven't had that in Major League Baseball in quite a bit of time, but we're going to see 5 20-game winners. Sandy Alcantara, Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, Max Scherzer, and Justin Verlander, to me, are going to be the guys that do it. Very easily could be 5 other pitchers. Those are just the names that I'm attaching to it now. Bold prediction number 5 is that the Yankees starting rotation will each win 15 games. Now, this becomes a little bit more of a bold prediction now that Frankie Montas is going to be missing the first month of the season, but I'm still going to hold on to this claim because I think that if he comes back healthy, this is a guy who could potentially win 15 games for the New York Yankees. Now, bold prediction number 6 is that the Baltimore Orioles will make the postseason, but the Tampa Bay Rays will not. There's been a ton of interest and a ton of progress made by the Baltimore Orioles, even though they haven't done a ton this offseason. I think that going into the 2023 campaign, there is an opportunity for Baltimore to really start to kind of put everything together and start to be better. I also think that the Rays will take a potential step back due to injuries and different things like that, and Baltimore can make the postseason as a wild card team, and Tampa Bay falls off to number 4 in the division. Number 7 bold prediction is that Ronald Acuna Jr. will be a 40-40 player. We haven't seen one since 2006 with Alfonso Soriano, but I do believe that Ronald Acuna Jr. will be healthy and strong in 2023, being able to hit 40 home runs and steal 40 bases. Now, bold prediction number 8 is kind of a sad one, as I think that Miguel Cabrera is going to struggle. He's already announced this is going to be his final season, but I think he struggles and gets released / retires in June of this season. This is a Hall of Fame player without a doubt, but I think that injuries and kind of wear and tear on his body have taken their toll, and that he's going to struggle out of the gate and end up retiring before the end of the season. Bold prediction number 9 is from the WBC that Team Puerto Rico is going to win the tournament. Yes, that is a bold claim to make because there's a ton of talent on both Team USA and Team Dominican Republic, but do not sleep on my Team Puerto Rico. Bold prediction number 10 is that the Pittsburgh Pirates will finish over 500. Yes, bold claim to make because there's a ton of veteran guys who are probably going to get traded. I think that what Pittsburgh has been doing this offseason is very, very interesting with the signings and acquisitions of Carlos Santana, Rich Hill, Andrew McCutchen, G-Man Choi. There's a ton of things that they're doing that are really facilitating potential trades at the deadline if these guys are having good seasons. But I think that there's an opportunity that between the veterans that they are acquiring, having solid seasons to begin the year, and kind of their young core starting to come together, starting to build up that momentum, that they finish just over 500. Bold prediction number 11 might seem blasphemous to Red Sox fans, but I think we start to hear potential trade rumors about Rafael Devers. Yes, Devers is coming off of signing a new extension with the Boston Red Sox, but we've seen this play out. We've seen it play out with Nolan Arenado and the Colorado Rockies. I think that Boston is going to find themselves in a very tough position in 2023. I think that the moves that they kind of were forced to make this offseason because of not really understanding the market that they were building themselves into, and kind of the corner that they were setting themselves in when it came to guys like Xander Bogaerts walking, especially after trading away Mookie Betts and Andrew Benintendi the past couple of seasons. Boston is in a very, very difficult situation, and I think that the same way that the Rockies kind of backtracked and started to look for deals almost as soon as Nolan Arenado signed that extension, I think we see the same thing with Boston. Bold prediction number 12 honestly isn't all that bold, but Brian Reynolds gets traded. I don't think that it happens before the season starts at this point, because I think their asking price is super, super high right now. But by the trade deadline, they're going to kind of have a better idea of who and what they are, and they're going to try to build themselves up into a real contender for 2024 and beyond by trading Brian Reynolds for some high-level prospects coming back. Now, bold prediction number 13. Joey Gallo has a bounce-back season. He hits 40 home runs for the Minnesota Twins and has a slash line of 240, 360, 480. I think that Gallo is a guy who got really hurt by the shift. I also think that Gallo did no service to himself as far as the Yankee universe is concerned because of the way that he kind of played everything out. He seemed to really be in his head about being on the New York Yankees and never really found a way out of it. I think that now going to Minnesota is going to be a lot less pressure of a situation. He goes back with the kind of changes to the shifting and things like that and finds the rhythm in the system that he used to have when he was with the Rangers, and has a solid season hitting 40 home runs. Next bold prediction is that Mike Trout will play 145 games. It may not have seemed a few years ago like this would have been a bold prediction, but Trout has not been healthy over the past few seasons. And with that, being able to go out and play 145 games, I think the Angels are going to try to manage his workload a little bit better, maybe a few more DH days, but I think that he's going to play in 145 games, rebuilding his value, putting him back as one of the very best players in Major League Baseball. Now, the next bold prediction is that with the changes to throwovers, step-offs, and pick-offs, as well as the bigger bases that we're going to see, I think we're going to have 3 players that steal 50-plus bases in 2022. John Birdie, Jorge Mateo, and Trey Turner, to me, are all going to steal over 50 bases, and leading the way will be Trey Turner with 60-plus steals in 2022. Now, the next bold prediction is that the New York Mets' Edwin Diaz is going to break the single-season saves record that was previously held by K-Rod. It's going to end up with 65 saves. To me, the Mets are going to find themselves, as they are in a very tough division, playing a lot of close games. I think that there's an opportunity for Diaz to really kind of solidify himself as one of the very best closers in Major League Baseball history, with a tremendous history-making season in 2023. Next bold prediction is that we're going to have 4 pitchers that strike out over 250 batters. Corbin Burns, Garrett Cole, Aaron Nola, and Carlos Rodon are all going to have over 250 strikeouts for the season. I think that the way that the game is going with the 3 true outcomes, home runs, walks, and strikeouts, this is going to be an opportunity for these guys who are tremendous strikeout pitchers to go about their work in a big, big way in 2023. Now, bold prediction number 18 is that Aaron Judge will follow up his 62 home run campaign with an even bigger one and break the single season home run record by hitting 80 home runs. Yes, bold prediction, likely not going to happen, but nonetheless, I think that Aaron Judge has the capabilities to go off on a tear, to go off on a tangent. If he gets a little bit more protection in that Yankee lineup where pitchers can't completely work around him, I think he's going to have an opportunity to break the single season record and make everything so much easier for Major League Baseball to kind of continue trying to wash away Barry Bonds and the PED era. That being said, the next bold prediction is that Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton will combine for 135 home runs. This is the kind of re-solidifying of what was expected when Giancarlo was acquired by the Yankees, that they were going to be the new version of the M&M boys, Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle, being able to kind of tally their home runs together and put up the best home run tandem that we've ever seen in Major League Baseball. When the Maris and Mantle were putting together their absolutely incredible season of 1961 and hit a combined 115 home runs, I think that Judge and Stanton surpassed that, go crazy. Stanton will hit over 50 home runs. Judge hitting 80 will put the Yankees on another stratosphere when it comes to home runs. Bold prediction number 20 is that the Texas Rangers will make the postseason. I think with all the moves that they've made, especially to that starting rotation, is going to really solidify the Rangers as a potential postseason team. I think that they're going to go into it as a wild card. I don't think that they're going to take the division in 2023, but I think that going in, they have an opportunity. They're a different look, a different team now in 2023, and they make the postseason. Now, bold prediction number 21 is that the New York Mets win the National League East Division, but are eliminated in the National League Division Series in the postseason. I think that there's a lot to like about what Steve Cohen and the Mets have done this offseason. A ton of moves, a ton of just positive moves for not just the clubhouse, but also for the on-field product. But with that being said, I think that they're going to run into some situations in the division series and ultimately be defeated in the NLDS. Bold prediction number 22 is that the Houston Astros are also defeated in the NLDS. Now, yes, or the ALDS, I should say. Yes, that's going to be kind of looked at as a Yankee fan, just kind of knocking down the Astros or not giving them their just due. But I think what's going to happen with Houston is they're going to be super strong all season long, end up with the best record in the American League, but they're going to find themselves in a battle and have one or two things go wrong and not be able to advance. I think that it's not going to be anything where they're just blown out of the water. I don't think that at all. I think that there's going to be a couple of plays that go in the way of their opponent in the American League Division Series, and they find themselves defeated. Now, the final bold prediction is more of a wishful thinking and hoping, but the Baseball Banter Broadcast or myself make an appearance on MLB Network. Now, obviously, that is something that probably won't happen, but just to kind of give a little bit of a fun tie-in and close out to this bold predictions article and video here on baseballbanterbroadcast.com. Again, head over to laracuenteledger.com if you want to read more details on each and every one of those bold predictions that we've made here today. I want to thank you guys for joining me here on this video. Let me know down in the comments what your bold predictions are for the 2023 season in Major League Baseball. Let me know down in the comments, or you can find me over on Twitter at banter_baseball, where we can keep the conversation rolling about the Major League Baseball 2023 season. If you guys want to show more support for us here at the Baseball Banter Broadcast, you can do so by heading over to our merchandise shop, baseballbanterbroadcast.com, using any one of the number of promo codes on any of the merch that we have there. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Keep it locked in all season long by hitting the subscribe button and the bell for post notifications, so that each and every time we drop a new broadcast here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast, you can know what we're bantering about. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys on the next video with the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.